Hey everyone, Mango7Roll here. How we doing today? It is another look at the upcoming Savage patch. We're going to take a look at some consumables that I think people will need. Not that I think people will need, that I know people will need. And these should sell like hotcakes within the next couple days when Savage comes out. So the obvious ones here are the food and the infusions, especially on raiding servers. My server's not a raiding server, so these don't sell too well. But they should on the bigger servers. And then again, 99 of them just sold for 15,000 each. Any of the infusions, except for Vitality by the looks of things, are selling for way more, but nobody's really buying them. Intelligence sells quite a bit too. And there are also persimmon leaf sushi, which is apparently the hot food of the day. HQ is selling for 17-18k, and quite a bit of them too. Like if you see, this is in like a three-hour period or so, and this is my server, a non-raiding server with a bunch of casuals that like glamour instead of raiding. So one more we have here. What is it called? Jellied compote. I think this is more of a healer one, and it's not selling as well, but it still sells. So those are the main ones. So we have what they are, but now we need to figure out kind of how to make them and all that sort of thing. So let's switch over to the Garland Jewels. As always, I've added them into a crafting list here just to get an idea of what kind of materials you will need. So obviously down at the bottom here we have the Aether Sand. I had a video on this as well from fishing, so that's a really good way to get it. They're pretty cheap right now, but they will go up in price once more people start needing these things. Luckily, the sticky rice and everything else can be bought from the vendor. Do not buy them from the boards. We have Yangtze parsley, which is actually really easy to get. Not a worry at all. I think it's pretty cheap on the boards too. What else is there? The hard ones here are always the fishing ones, especially since I cannot currently get any of them from my retainer. By the looks of it, if we click on Motley Beak Fish here, and this is used for persimmon leaf sushi, they are from Ventures as well, level 70 fishing venture. Unfortunately, my fishing retainer is level 69, so I still can't get these yet. But in about like 2 hours, it'll be 70 and I can get them. The other hard fishing one is Ivory Soul, and this one cannot be gotten from a venture. I really dislike how useless fishing retainers seem to be. Like all the good fish you want to get, you can't get them with ventures. Like I just don't understand. Like there's no reason to do that. Especially since mining and gathering all have theirs all readily available to them. For some reason, fishing, no, fishing's just not allowed. What other things can we look at here? Chickweed, nipplewort, Orthodian plum. I think most of these are just regular nodes outside of the ones in blue here. If you see this little blue, that means they are unspoiled nodes. So Orthodian plum is in the steppes, I believe. Yeah, I think it's at 2 a.m. or 4 a.m. What does it say here? 2 a.m. And as you can see, this is how amazing this site is. Just a couple of clicks and you have every last bit of information. The Alamegan Salt Crystal is also in the locks and at 12 p.m. So the good part about these two things, if you're gathering specifically for your raiding materials, is Orthodium Plum and the other one you need, Alamegan Salt Crystal. They're right after another, so they're at 12 a.m. and 2 a.m. So you can just gather for 2 hours or 2 Eorzean hours of the day, and you can get the materials you need for this. Also, if you can't figure out how to get the fish, we just switch over to our Stormblood fishing guide here, and we take a look. We can see, where is it here? Motley Beak Fish is from the Kobayashi Maru, the Red Sea. So we go over to the Red Sea in the fancy little fishing spreadsheet here. We find Kobayashi Maru, and I think that's where we actually got sea lamps. Yeah, where we got sea lamps here. And we can see we get it with large gig heads, and it's 7%, so that sucks, unfortunately. But I think this is the one that's the Ventures, so thank God that's the one with the Ventures. So trying to farm these with your 7% lure, not the best. Of course, you can shoo away the sea lamps with veteran trades, and then you have a much better rate. But still, I don't like those odds. The other one we need to look at was where is it here? Ivory Soul, and this is from the locks somewhere. Sold Southeastern Lake Bed. So let's take a look at the locks. Sold Southeastern celled southeastern lake bed, and we found ivory soul here, so we use a normal gig head, and that's sad. It looks like you could also get salt urchin, carpenter crab, and that's about it. So you could probably veteran trades away one there and get a pretty good rate of them. Also, the main crafted items here are not the only ones worth a decent amount of gil right now. You can also just gather the base mats and sell them to the crafters because they're going to need it too, especially the fish. There's so many people that just aren't going to fish because it's so much effort. As you can see, the ivory souls are about 17,000 each, and they're selling like hotcakes right now. The motley beakfish, not many people have a level 70 fishing retainer at this point, which is kind of surprising that they're only selling this low. So definitely the ivory souls seem like the better way to go about it. We can take a look at the Alamegan salt crystal too. I bought out a ton of these earlier. I think I have a bunch left still. I'm actually gonna buy some more too because these are used for all the infusions, and it's a Eorzean Day thing, so I think anything more than this they're gonna So yeah, sorry if you're on Cactar, but I just bought all the decently priced Alamegan salt crystals. I think they will go for higher than this too, but I don't need that many. We can also look at Othardian plum, and they're usually pretty cheap. Yeah, I'm okay with that price. I'm not sure which one they're used for. We can check here. So these Othardian plums are used for the jellied food, and they are not as important as the leaf sushi. It seems like more people are going to want the leaf sushi. And I have 88 of those, so I'm completely fine with that. And one last thing we want to check is the Dustlight Aether Sand. And it's still going for about 13,000 per, and for how easy it is to farm, that's fantastic. And I feel like it's going to go up. As you can see, look how many are being sold. The second the Savage starts hit and people start panicking for materials, this should skyrocket. So definitely a good thing to farm preemptively and put them up maybe tomorrow or the day after. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If this video helped you out at all, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, all that sort of thing. It really helps me out. I probably should have released this video maybe a week or two ago because obviously I knew about this information a long time ago. But again, my life's just so hectic right now, I just haven't been able to make a video. Just as an update, the fire situation is still as bad as always. Luckily, one of the main fires near me, the one that's threatening me, is kind of the highway blockade. So they have so many people on that one that I kind of feel a little safe, because if that one goes a little more, then we're all screwed, and I don't feel like they'd let that happen. So that's my way of rationalizing my safety. Anyway, gather as much of those fish, gather as much of those aether sand as the salt crystals, the plums, the persimmon leaf, everything you can. Make a bunch of sushi, make a bunch of infusions, make a bunch of gil, and buy a couple houses. That's my advice. Anyway, see you guys next time. Have a great day.